It's a beast of a dog abandoned by the whole world. But when I saw it for the first time, I decided to contract it as my first spirit pet. The passersby on the street all sighed and said I was a big fool. Even the boss selling spirit beasts next to me mocked me, saying my intelligence was as low as that of the Galehound. Upon hearing this, I just smiled and remained silent, instead selling all my family belongings to exchange for a bloodline awakening gold to activate the hidden bloodline within the Galehound. Just then, students from the same school as me emerged from the pre-sale store, accompanied by a black mist-covered leopard, the corpse of the red-eyed Black Panther. Advanced bloodline pre-sale. The evolution prospects are quite good. See that? The pre-sale I contracted is the red-eyed Black Panther. 3 days later, the national entrance exam. Even if I close my eyes, I can still pass and enter the Bai Ling Academy. Bai Ling Academy, the most famous pre-sale academy in this city. You contracted a Galehound, originally thrown away by the spirit beast shop owner, and you're treating it like a treasure. Facing Suja's ruthless ridicule, I remained indifferent. You said the Galehound is trash. I guarantee that in 3 days, during the national entrance exam, you will realize how ignorant you are. Suja's smile carried a sense of arrogance. Then tell me, which Spirit Beast Academy are you planning to apply to with your Galehound? Just then, a system prompt sounded in my mind. Ding. Accepted to the Azure Dragon Academy. Reward: 1 Dark Attribute Fusion Crystal. I lowered my head, the bangs covering my forehead concealing my smile. I'll apply to the Azure Dragon Academy. Suja, a hunting nymph, almost fell over. You want to apply to the Azure Dragon Academy? Are you serious? I remained silent. Damn, are you serious? Are you out of your mind? Since the advent of the apocalypse, the invasion of demonic beasts, the civilization of spirit beasts has experienced a history of 300 years. In these 300 years, hundreds of spirit beast teacher academies have been established nationwide, but only 4 spirit beast teacher academies are known as Genius Havens: the Azure Dragon Academy, White Tiger Academy, Vermilion Bird Academy, and Black Tortoise Academy. The 4 academies are collectively known as the 4 Great Academies. Students who can enter these academies are geniuses among geniuses, and can even be described as prodigies. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I returned to the high school campus, and immediately attracted the attention of the entire school. Wherever I went, everyone was discussing and pointing at me. Is this kid crazy? He's not even qualified to clean the toilets at the Azure Dragon Academy. I heard he contracted a Galehound, and wants to apply to the Azure Dragon Academy with it. I couldn't hold back my laughter. A middle-aged man wearing glasses approached me. He was Lu Kai, Xiao Sinu's homeroom teacher. What are you doing? Biting off more than you can chew by applying to the Azure Dragon Academy. You'll make a fool of yourself and embarrass the whole school. Teacher Lu, I've already filled out the application form. Lu Kai glanced at the application form, his expression turning grim. Not only did you apply to the Azure Dragon Academy, but you also chose not to accept transfers. Upon hearing this news, all the onlookers burst into mocking laughter. Not accepting transfers? This guy is really something. This dude is finished. After failing to enter the Azure Dragon Academy, he won't be able to go to any other Spirit Beast Academy. I'm afraid this kid will be the biggest joke in this year's national entrance exam. At this moment, a charming girl walked up to me. Jiang Lina, the school flower of Jiangnan High School, and my girlfriend of 2.5 years. Right now, Jiang Lina's face showed no warmth, only coldness and disdain in her eyes. Let's break up. I showed no emotional reaction. Jiang Lina was somewhat surprised. I didn't expect you to be so calm. Do you know why I'm breaking up with you? Because you think I'm embarrassing? You think I'll be the biggest joke in this year's national entrance exam? I stated calmly. That's right. Your family has no money or influence, and you've contracted a low-grade Galehound. You even want to apply to the Azure Dragon Academy. Let me tell you, a sparrow cannot become a phoenix, and a water snake cannot become a dragon. As a clown like you, you're not qualified to be my boyfriend. Ignoring the 2.5 years of friendship, Jiang Lina publicly humiliated Xiao Sinu, and walked away. The surrounding students were all laughing at me, seeing me as a joke. Being belittled by the homeroom teacher, mocked by classmates, and dumped by my girlfriend, I was curious about what kind of faces they would make in 3 days. I laughed inwardly, muttering to myself. Time passed quickly, and 3 days later, the national entrance exam was about to begin. All exam candidates from Qinfeng City, please enter the venue. Looking across the entire dragon country, Qinfeng City is an inconspicuous small city. There are only 3,000 exam candidates, but each year, only less than 100 can be admitted to this academy. At this moment, a huge and precise instrument stands in the center of the square. This is the instrument used to test the candidate's spiritual power. And there was an interesting phenomenon in the square, because schools like the Longa Academy and the Guoyu Academy, with lower specifications, had the most candidates, so the crowd gathered there. As for prestigious schools like the Bai Ling Academy, there were fewer candidates, scattered around. As for one of the 4 major academies, the Azure Dragon Academy, there was only 1 candidate in the entire Qinfeng City. So at this moment, I was still facing the invigilator from the Azure Dragon Academy, Chen Qianyan, with a heavy tobacco scent emanating from him. But he was an outstanding instructor from the Azure Dragon Academy, as seen from the 5-star badge hanging from his chest, indicating indicating his rank as a 5-star spirit beast master. Chen Qianyan and I faced each other, the atmosphere somewhat awkward. Xingyu, right? The Invigilator greeted me. Good afternoon, Mr. Chen, I replied. The Invigilator chuckled and shook his head. You're the only candidate from Qingfeng City who applied to our Azure Dragon Academy. In the past 5 years, there have been only 8 candidates in total, and they were all admitted without a doubt. And even if these 8 candidates failed to be admitted, they could still go to other academies. The Invigilator's intention was clear. He hoped I would back down, but I was determined. Mr. Chen, I will become the first candidate from Qingfeng City to be admitted to the Azure Dragon Academy. Chen Qianyan sighed. Our Azure Dragon Academy only cultivates the elite among the elite. Do you understand that you're not among the elite? I replied confidently. I'm ready, Mr. Chen. Chen Qianyan reminded me. Xiao Xinyu, I have to inform you that the admission criteria for our Azure Dragon Academy are quite strict. The agility value must reach 800, and the quality of the pre-sale bloodline must not be lower than elite quality. Usually, a spiritual power value of 300 to 500 is considered the passing line. Exceeding 500 is regarded as talent, but the passing line for the Azure Dragon Academy spiritual power value is as high as 800. Throughout the history of Qingfeng City, there has never been a candidate with a spiritual power value exceeding 800. He intended to discourage me. Even if you say so, I won't give up, I replied. Let's get started then. Chen Qianyan nodded. Okay, the assessment begins. Candidate Xiaoxinyu's first test, spiritual power test. I approached the spiritual power testing device, and placed my right hand in the sensing area of the device. Then I activated the spiritual power within me. I did as instructed, while the onlookers ridiculed me. Mocking voices never ceased. I took a deep breath, and mobilized all the spiritual power within my body. The numbers on the display screen began to fluctuate. It surpassed 300. No one expected that. This guy's spiritual power would reach the passing line. Rest assured, he won't break through 400. Why did it suddenly jump to 500? Haha, he won't break through. Surpassing 600, and I'll eat live. Damn, 600. Holy crap, the spiritual power is still rising. In just 10 seconds, Xiao Xinyu's spiritual power had surpassed 700. To note, 700 spiritual power is already the admission standard for top pre-sale academies nationwide. 800, it really broke through 800. This guy is going to defy the heavens. What's terrifying is that the spiritual power value is still rising. It's unbelievable. Is this testing device broken? Chen Qianyan had been staring at the display screen of the testing device, his expression subtly changing. Oh my, it broke through 900. Finally, my spiritual power value stabilized at 1208. Xiaoxinyu's spiritual power value is 1208, Chen Qianyan announced. The audience was in shock. It's a staggering number, making everyone dumbfounded. I remained expressionless, as everything went according to my expectations. My eyes are the eyes of a demon god, with inherent spiritual power enhancement, and the ability to absorb negative emotions from the world, boosting spiritual power. A staff member approached Chen Qianyan. Mr. Chen, there's something to report. The testing device for Xiaoxinyu just had a small problem, so, Chen Qianyan narrowed his eyes. So what? The actual spiritual power value of Xiaoxinyu is 1212. Chen Qianyan's pupils contracted. He looked at me again, not far away. This guy's spiritual power value is actually higher than that genius from the Yi family. After 2 points of shock, Chen Qianyan instructed the staff not to disclose the issue with the testing device to the public. This isn't good, Mr. Chen. Our words don't count anymore at the Azure Dragon Academy. The staff member dared not offend the Azure Dragon Academy, and could only respond in a low voice. Chen Qianyan adjusted his mood, and announced the start of the second test, the pre-sale bloodline quality test. All eyes turned to me once again. Candidate Xiaoxinyu, please summon your hell beast.
After forming a contract with a divine beast, a pentagram totem emblem appears on the back of every beast tamer's right hand. I raise my right hand, and the beast taming emblem shimmers with golden light. Black Wind, it's your turn to take the stage. A blood energy magic array materializes on the ground, and a massive black shadow comes into view for everyone. What kind of beast is this? I've never seen it before. Wasn't his beast a swift wind hound? What in the world is this black giant wolf? At this moment, standing beside me, is a giant wolf towering like a heavy truck. The wolf is covered in black fur, each hair resembling burning black flames. Its limbs are wrapped in glowing red iron chains, and there's a crack on its forehead, like a sharp sword. The wolf roars, and black flames engulf the entire arena, causing the onlookers to gasp and retreat. The pre-sale testing device displays a string of data. Name, Hellhound Windwolf. Bloodline grade, Physical bloodline, Hell bloodline, epic quality, talent, Hellfire, capable of dealing true damage that ignores armor defense to enemies. After the basic data of the Hellhound Windwolf is revealed, the entire audience is shocked. Everyone's face is filled with astonishment and disbelief, because no one has ever seen such a beast. Even after consulting the comprehensive beast guide compiled by numerous 9-star beast tamers, this wolf's bloodline is truly of epic quality. Suzhou looks on with envy and jealousy in his bloodshot eyes. The Hellhound Windwolf crouches next to me, its hellfire burning, turning the entire arena into a hellish scene. Chen Qinian remains silent for a long time before speaking. Examinee Xiaoxinyu has passed the assessment, issued the admission letter for Qinglong Academy, and awarded a 1-star pre-sale badge. Under the gaze of the city's people, I received the admission letter from Chen Qinian, and he pins a star badge on my chest. From this moment on, I become a 1-star beast tamer, and a freshman at Qinglong Academy. Xiao, here is the uniform of Qinglong Academy. Put it on. The uniforms of the 4 academies are in robe style, also known as beast robes. The Qinglong Academy's beast robe is entirely blue, with a dragon pattern on the back. I put on the beast robe, adding a touch of heroism and dominance to my already handsome face. My name is Chen Qinian, a mentor at Qinglong Academy. You can just call me Mentor Chen. Mentor Chen, excuse me, please step aside for my interview. AG, make way for Chen Qinian. I'm surrounded by media reporters. Xiao, how did you contract with an epic bloodline? Isn't it just a matter of having a hand to contract with? Xiao, your spiritual power value is only 2 points lower than the genius girl Yi Shuangming. What do you think about this? Who is Yi Shuangming? Sorry, I don't know her. Are you proud and happy to have been admitted to Qinglong Academy? It's a routine operation, no need to say more. In an instant, I trended on the national hot search. Xia Shui, congratulations on being admitted to Qinglong Academy. Even though Suzhou is a second-generation wealthy individual, in this world, strength is respected. Now I'm recognized nationally as a genius, and a freshman at Qinglong Academy, with an unpredictable future. Compared to me, Suzhou can only stay in this small city for his whole life. He's just a frog in a well compared to me. By the way, do you remember our bet? Suzhou's face changes drastically. We're classmates, the bet was just a joke. Don't take it so seriously. Kneel down, I lightly say 2 words, and Suzhou can't straighten his back, sweating profusely. Suzhou kneels down, suppressing his resentment but not daring to express it. He fears my current status and position. Ever since I received the acceptance letter from Qinglong Academy, everyone in this city, even the mayor, has to show me respect. According to the bet, besides kneeling, there's one more thing. Dad, after Suzhou says this word, he looks like he's lost his soul, his dignity trampled. I smile with satisfaction. Well done, but you're just a useless waste with a spiritual power value below 600. Humiliation to the max. Suzhou still doesn't dare to act rashly. This is my high school classmate, and my fellow alumnus. These people who flatter me now, are the same ones who mocked and insulted me before. Their ugly faces are now filled with charming smiles. Among the crowd stands a timid girl, Jiang Lina, my ex-girlfriend. Xiaoyu, actually, in the past 2.5 years, I've had deep feelings for you. So, is it possible for us to reconcile? Jiang Lina, I gently shake off her hand. Our relationship ended long ago. Why are you crying now? The scene freezes. The woman kneeling on the ground is just a freshman from a low-level pre-sale academy. She'll stay in this small city for her whole life, unable to leave. The man standing tall is not only a freshman at Qinglong Academy, but also a super genius under national attention. A future pillar of the country in the eyes of the people. The heavy rain washes Jiang Lina's cheeks. Watching my fading figure, she realizes she's not worthy of this man long ago. I leave the exam hall, heading home. Rarely do I show a childlike smile along the way. When I return home, my sister will be shocked to see the acceptance letter from Qinglong Academy in my hand. The Hellstorm Wind Wolf follows closely by my side, roaring joyfully. Actually, from the gaze of the Hellstorm Wind Wolf, you can still see a person from a husky breed. Yes, this imposing Jade Beast is actually the Swift Wind Hound I picked up from the Jade Beast shop entrance. I used a Bloodline Awakening Crystal to activate the hidden bloodline in the Swift Wind Hound, and it transformed into the Hellstorm Wind Wolf we see now. It helped me easily pass the national exam. The system's prompt sounds in my mind. Congratulations on completing the task. System reward: 1 Dark Attribute Fusion Crystal. This is a Dark Attribute Fusion Crystal that can help Jade Beasts fuse with the Shadow Attribute. Now their Hellstorm Wind Wolf has 2 attributes in total: Fire Attribute and Wind Attribute. Once fused with the Shadow Attribute, it will become a 3-attribute beast. The future is limitless. Black Wind, you're my first contracted beast. Until I contract my second beast, all good things will be used on you. The Hellstorm Wind Wolf happily circles around me, its tail, burning with black flames, almost reaching the sky. Ding, the system store is now open. I see the interface of the system store in front front of me. In the system store, various genius treasures and magical beast gold boxes are sold to help with pre-sale evolution. My current account balance is 300 credits, but the cheapest item in the system store is the fire dragon grass, which costs 800 credits. Haste makes waste. I'll slowly save up. This is the outskirts of Qingfeng City, a low-rent housing estate. This is where Xia Ruoxue and I live, dependent on each other without parents. We can only live in this area known as the slums. Black Wind, our home is just ahead. Wait, what's happened? The smile on my face freezes instantly as I see a fire raging around the housing estate. The streets around the estate are in ruins, filled with people's cries, and the air is thick with the smell of blood. Run, monsters are invading. Help, a huge poison scorpion is invading the estate. This is an initial level monster, the poison-tailed devil scorpion. Even though it's the lowest level, for unarmed ordinary humans, it's like facing the Grim Reaper. The poison-tailed devil scorpion shows a bloodthirsty smile, its sharp tail stinger piercing through one person after another, then chewing them slowly in its mouth. Even though this incident has already caused many casualties, there's no sign of any rescue personnel, because this is the outskirts, where only the poor who struggle to make ends meet live. The majority of the city's pre-sale population is limited. Most are stationed in the city center and affluent areas. As for the outskirts where the slums are, no one cares. Just as a block of flats is about to collapse, a woman in her 20s rushes out, stumbling and running. Although the woman's attire is simple, her face is incredibly beautiful, her silver hair cascading down her shoulders like a waterfall. This silver-haired beauty is Xia Xingyu's sister, Xia Ruoxue. A little girl trips and falls while fleeing. Xia Ruoxue quickly rushes over to help her up. Are you okay, big sister? Thank you. Just then, a huge black shadow looms over the two. Xia Ruoxue hugs the little girl tightly, turns her head, and sees the sharp tail stinger of the poison-tailed devil scorpion, less than a meter away from her face. Big sister, are we going to die? The little girl curls up in Xia Ruoxue's arms, trembling in fear. The poison-tailed devil scorpion, seeing the little girl's terrified expression, becomes even more ruthless. Saliva, tinged with green smoke, drips from its mouth. Xia Ruoxue frowns slightly, her pupils gradually turning into tree tubes. You should know that in the entire Jade Beast world, only purebred dragon-type Jade Beasts have tree tubes. In the chaos, just as tears were about to fall, a wolf's roar shakes the sky. With a loud bang, the poison-tailed devil scorpion falls heavily to the ground, its thick shell torn apart by wolf claws. Frightened people all look in the same direction. Under the setting sun, a youth wearing the Qinglong Academy beast-taming robe stands there. Alongside him is a giant wolf engulfed in black flames. Isn't this Xiaoyu? This kid has become a beast tamer. He's wearing the Qinglong Academy robe. My goodness, this kid used to sneak a peek at me bathing when he was a child. Now he's so successful. Childhood secrets are revealed. I touch my nose, feeling embarrassed. Hi, Wang Yi. Please don't mention my childhood. Now, I'm a nationally recognized genius, and someone who has to maintain face. Xiaoyu, congratulations on being admitted to Qinglong Academy. Introduce yourself. This is the first beast I contracted, the Hellstorm Wind Wolf, also known as Black Wind. A howl sounds, and Black Wind says hello to his sister. Nice to meet you, big sister. Wow, big sister, you're so beautiful. Xia Ruoxue twitches her mouth, and Black Wind howls. You're translating so much, and the monster isn't even dead yet. Everyone, quickly disperse. The poison-tailed devil scorpion pauses for a moment, then gets up from the ground. Green blood oozes from its wounds. Big sister, you rest first. I'll take care of this monster. When facing Xia Ruoxue, I always have a sunny smile, a gentle expression, but when I turn around to face the monster, my eyes emit a fierce light, radiating invisible killing intent. Sensing the will of its master, the Hellstorm Wind Wolf howls deafeningly at the poison-tailed devil scorpion. The poison-tailed devil scorpion retreats in fear, revealing a terrified expression. This is the bloodline suppression. In terms of level, both the Hellstorm Wind Wolf and the poison-tailed devil scorpion are at the initial level, but the biggest difference between them is their bloodline. The bloodline of the poison-tailed devil scorpion is of ordinary quality, while the bloodline of the Hellstorm Wind Wolf is of epic quality. The huge gap in bloodline leaves the poison-tailed devil scorpion without the courage to resist. Seeing the Hellstorm Wind Wolf slowly approaching, the poison-tailed devil scorpion is scared stiff, turning around to flee, wanting to return to its habitat, injuring my neighbors, scaring my sister, and causing trouble. I give the command. The Hellstorm Wind Wolf opens its blood-filled mouth, releasing its ultimate skill. But at this moment, was challenged by a common quality poison-tailed scorpion. Hellgale Wolf opened its bloody mouth directly, and unleashed its ultimate move, accompanied by a roar. A thick black pillar of fire erupted from Hellgale, affecting the surrounding air intensely, causing distortions. This was Hellgale Wolf's ultimate move, Hell Roar. Hellfire could bypass the enemy's armor defenses, and directly inflict real damage on the enemy. The terrifying flames were like a giant sword, piercing through the poison-tailed scorpion's body. After a while, the temperature of the air dropped. In the shattered ruins, the poison-tailed scorpion turned into a black lump. At this moment, the system prompt congratulated the host for hunting a demon beast, and rewarded a bottle of insight enhancing potion. After the Jade Beast consumed the insight enhancing potion, it could significantly increase its insight, and learn advanced combat skills. Even though it was only at the initial level, it could surpass levels, and learn techniques that only mature or complete forms of beasts could learn. At this moment, the whole scene fell silent, and I calmly walked to the poison-tailed scorpion's corpse, picked up a green crystal core. It was a crystal core with unique attributes of an initial form, not very powerful, but for someone who had just entered the ranks of beast tamers, even a small gain is valuable. valuable. I casually threw it to Hellgale Wolf, which opened its mouth and swallowed the demon beast's core. Logically speaking, Hellgale Wolf was mainly of the fire element, and should have rejected a poison attribute demon beast core, or even been poisoned. But Hellgale Wolf's Hell bloodline was unique, immune to all poisons, so consuming this poison attribute demon beast core didn't cause rejection or poisoning. Instead, it strengthened its body. All the beasts were dead, so rest assured. I stepped on the poison-tail scorpion's corpse, turning it into ashes, scattered by the wind. Witnessing this scene, everyone was overjoyed and in tears. We're alive, that's great. Xiaoyu, you're our hero in Area 743. We're proud of you. These neighbors around here watched me grow up wearing open crotch pants. I don't know when. That kid who loved climbing walls and peeking at Mrs. when bathing has grown up to become a beast tamer fighting to protect our home. Young man, I didn't get lost in everyone's cheers and thanks, but went to Xiao Ruoshue's side. You've been frowning all along. I got into the Azure Dragon Academy. Are you not happy? Xiao Ruoshue was absent-minded for a moment, then immediately adjusted her mood and forced a smile out. Of course, I'm happy. Sister is happy for you too, and very proud. Sister seems off today. This is clearly a forced smile. She seems to have some objections about me becoming a beast tamer. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Sister and I exchanged a smile, each with our own thoughts hidden. Then a little girl tugged at my sleeve. Big brother Xiaoyu, I want to become a beast tamer like you in the future. I squatted down, pinched the little girl's cheek. I believe you'll become a beast tamer, but before that, eat well and grow tall. I took out a piece of buttered bread and put it in the little girl's hand. The little girl's mother was nearby, covering her mouth, tears streaming down her face. This mother's face was filled with blame. She hadn't let her child eat a full meal for a long time. Behind a piece of buttered bread were the struggles of the poor in this era. I don't sympathize with these people, because this era is all about survival of the fittest. Strong ones never complain about their environment. So what I gave Juicy wasn't bread, but rather, encouragement. Xingyu, thank you for waiting for me to grow up. Brother Xingyu, thank you for waiting for me to grow up. I also want to take the entrance exam for the Azure Dragon Academy. Really? When you get into the Azure Dragon Academy, maybe I can even become the president of the Azure Dragon Academy. I patted Juiceyu's head. Night fell. A storm engulfed Qingfeng City. Giant waves surged at the seaside. Two red shadows appeared on the sea surface. They were the eyes of water elemental beasts. Quick hotel. Xiaoyu, staying in a hotel is too extravagant. Sister, the Azure Dragon Academy offers scholarships. We can't afford to buy a house in the short term, but staying in a hotel for a few days is okay. Actually, this is also a last resort, because our previous affordable housing area was destroyed by the poison-tail scorpion. I lounged lazily on the bed. Sister, there's still a week until school starts. We'll stay here for this week. Beast Tamer freshmen don't have summer vacation, because major Beast Tamer academies start classes a week later. I fell into a deep sleep in the late night, without noticing anything. In the darkness, a figure approached me. It was my sister, Xiao Ruoshue. After approaching me, Xiao Ruoshue lifted the blanket and untied my pajamas. There's an inconspicuous birthmark on my back. The dragon mark seal is still in place, with no signs of weakening. But why can Xiaoyu still contract beasts and become a beast tamer? It doesn't make sense. Xiao Ruoshue covered me with the blanket again. She walked out of the hotel alone and found a telephone booth. Hey, Xiaoyu became a beast tamer and got into the Azure Dragon Academy. After a long silence on the other end of the phone, there was finally a response. It seems like this is destiny's arrangement, so just stay close to Xiaoyu. Oh, when you get to the Azure Dragon Academy, subtly remind Xiaoyu to remember, he can date anyone he wants, but stay away from women of the Yi family. After all, the Yi family and us. Xiao Ruoshue nodded. I understand. I'll keep an eye on Xiaoyu. In the blink of an eye, 1 week later, on the day of enrollment, my sister Xiao Ruoshue and I boarded the train at Qingfeng City Railway Station. Part of the platform was filled with media reporters, but there were more of my neighbors coming to see us off. Xiaoyu, take this basket of salted duck eggs. You've been craving this since you were little. This is money collected from all of us. It's not much, just a few $100. Consider it a token of our goodwill. You rascal, make something of yourself. Don't forget to come back and visit us, your neighbors, who watched you grow up. The local specialties they gave might not cost much, but friendship and goodwill can't be measured by money. I waved goodbye and walked into the train with my sister's hand in mine. As the train emitted a piercing whistle, the train slowly started moving, disappearing into the distance under the morning sun. Please be aware that there may be beasts along the railway, causing vibrations in the carriages. To navigate through dangerous sections, the train is operating normally. Dear passengers, the next stop is Longyan Station. Longyan City is where the Azure Dragon Academy is located. After getting off the train, Xiao Ruoshue and I looked around like two bumpkins, gazing around. Sister, this truly is a big city. It looks so sophisticated. In the Dragon Empire, cities are strictly graded. The Central Imperial City is the highest ranked city, and the strongest beast tamer in the nation, Shen Wanlan, is the ruler of the Central Imperial City. He is also a prominent figure in the Dragon Empire, with the highest authority. Below the Central Imperial City are the 12 royal cities. Longyan City is one of the 12 royal cities. It's supported by the state in various industries, and many top 50 national beast tamer guilds are stationed here. If I hadn't been accepted to the Azure Dragon Academy, I might have spent my whole life never leaving the small town of Qingfeng City, and never having the chance to enter Longyan City. I'll head to the Azure Dragon Academy for registration first. I tapped the jade beast emblem on the back of my right hand. Blackwind, come forth. Sensed its master sister's call. A stream of light flew out from the Jade Beast emblem, and Hellstorm Wolf appeared beside me. My sister and I rode Hellstorm Wolf, shuttling through the streets. In less than 10 minutes, we arrived at the Azure Dragon Academy, which is situated in the central area of Longyan City. Through the school gate, I could see senior students training. Outside, it looks like they are in practical class with their Jade Beasts. The entrance is filled with new students reporting. Sis, you and Blackwind wait for me at the entrance. I'll go through the admission process at the Azure Dragon Academy. With the guidance of the staff, I quickly completed the enrollment formalities. Students, head over to the reception area to collect your dormitory keys from your mentor. I arrived at the reception area and saw a familiar face, Chen Chenan, who was the proctor when I took my exams. Ms. Xiao, it's nice to see you again. What a coincidence, Professor Chen. I didn't expect to be assigned to your class. Class 3 of the first year. That's my class. The Blue Dragon Academy is a 3-year Beast Tamer Academy. As a freshman, I naturally belong to the first year. There are a total of 8 classes in the first year. I'm in class 3. Oh, here's also this key for you. Besides the dorm key, Chen Chinian also gave me another key. This is from Director Chen, pointed across the back entrance of our academy, where there's a residential building, offering free accommodation for out-of-town students' families. I was thrilled by this news. This is great. My sister won't have to rent a place. Actually, hardly anyone stays in the residential building, because those who get into Azure Dragon Academy usually come from influential backgrounds, either wealthy or powerful. Their families wouldn't stoop to living in the residential building. So, the residents of the building are like me, coming from poor families in small towns. Xiao, you go and settle your sister first. Remember, meet at the school field at 3 p.m. for the freshman's orientation ceremony. I nodded and walked out of the school gate. At the gate, Xiao Ruoshue and Hellstorm Wolf obediently waited in place. You don't have to rent a place. The academy has arranged a residential building for you. Let me take you there. I took Xiao Ruoshue's hand. I couldn't contain my happiness on my face. After entering the apartment, I followed the label on the key and found room 808. Room 808. I opened the door. The interior environment came into view. The apartment living room, though small, was fully equipped with a separate kitchen and bathroom, and 2 bedrooms. For those who are wealthy and influential, this environment is no different from a pigsty. But for me and Xiao Ruoshue, it's a warm home. Sis, you'll live here from now on. You can stay for free for 3 years. After 3 years, when I graduate, by then, I'll definitely become a skilled beast tamer on my own. Then I'll join some renowned, large beast tamer guilds, and earn money to buy you a mansion. Xiao Ruoshue reached out and ruffled my hair. You silly little brother, she said with affection. I don't need a mansion, sis. I just need you by my side forever. I heard there's a freshman ceremony at 3 p.m. So, I'll cook now. You can eat before going to the academy. There are fresh vegetables, meat, and eggs in the fridge, and the kitchen is fully equipped. Xiao Ruoshue washed her hands, put on an apron, and started preparing lunch. With nothing to do, I went to the intersection outside. I walked ahead, with Hellstorm Wolf following behind. Passers-by glanced at us. What kind of beast is that? I've never seen anything like it. It's a huge wolf covered in black flames. Isn't that the genius from the national exam this year? It's a huge wolf covered in black flames. My name's all over the internet now. The passers-by glanced again, and some recognized me. I suddenly stopped at a beast tamer shop. Blackwind is growing now. I'll buy some live attribute supplements for him, to enhance his advancement potential. I entered the beast tamer shop with Hellstorm Wolf. The shop owner was a glamorous woman, with a full figure, and elegant demeanor. She was well known throughout Longyan City. Everyone called her Madame Luo 3. What do you need? Handsome. Madame Luo greeted me with a smile. Her eyes involuntarily fell on me, because I was wearing the Dragon Academy's robe. Handsome, you can enjoy an 88% discount on anything you buy in this store. I glanced at the charming Madame Luo. I subconsciously protected my chest. I'm not just anyone, you know. No, don't think you can keep me. Madame Luo crossed her arms. She rolled her eyes in anger. What nonsense are you talking? Don't you want to know about my character? Madame Luo, do I look like a rich cougar who keeps young men? My sister says women are like wolves at 30. At 40, they are like tigers. And at 50, they are, well, never mind that. You little rascal, open your eyes and see clearly. Am I 50 years old? Madame Luo got angry. Her chest shook violently. I couldn't help but look more. I truly understood the idiom. Waves like billowing waves. Madame Luo tried to calm down. I haven't seen you before. Handsome. You must be a new student this year. I nodded slightly. No wonder you didn't know about our Meow Meow Beast Store's discounts. Let me tell you, students from the Qinglong Academy get an 88% discount. Members of the Azure Sky Guild get a 50% discount. And there are other promotions. Special attribute potions are buy one, get one free. Madame Luo talked a lot. I only remember that Dragon Academy students get an 88% discount. Madam, I would like. Don't call me Madam anymore. Just call me Madame Luo. Everyone in the city calls me that. Sanyan, I'd like to buy a fire attribute nutrient potion. The original price is 10,000. After an 88% discount, it's only 8,800. I gasped in surprise. The original price is 10,000 yuan. As a genuine poor person, my scholarship goes to my sister and daily expenses. Even with the discount, 8,800 is a lot. I can't afford that much. Seeing my expression, Madame Luo looked troubled. She asked, do you not have enough money? Handsome. I shook my head and sighed. I thought, even a penny can be tough for a hero. This kid can't even afford a fire attribute nutrient potion. Seems like he's not from around here. Probably from some remote border town. His divine beast is a huge wolf emitting black flames all over. I think I've seen it online before. Just then, there was a rumble outside the shop. Come thunder. After a moment, a heroic and beautiful woman walked into the shop. The woman was nearly 1.8 meters tall, just a tad shorter than me. Her Her appearance wasn't outstanding, but her demeanor was like a general from ancient battlefields. Behind her was a huge fox-like divine beast. It had 3 tails. Its fur was silver. Its pupils glowed with crackling energy. At the end of each tail hung a crackling lightning ball. I instinctively activated my demon god's eye. Named Three-Tail Thunder Arc. 3rd tier extraordinary body. Epic bloodline with lightning attributes. Skill: Three-Tail Thunderstorm. Sweeps enemies with all 3 tails, inflicting varying damage. Adds a 1-second stun and paralysis effect. Skill: Lightning Dash. Approaches enemies rapidly with lightning-like speed, dodging their attacks. Inflicts a thunderous blow on enemies. Skill: Thunderbolt Charge. Spits out a lightning ball, dealing area damage to enemies. Purification Path. 3-Tail Thunder Arc. 4-Tail Thunder Arc. Hidden Evolutionary Path. 5-Tail Thunder Arc. 3-Tail Thunder Arc. Shadow Crimson Lightning Arc. Crimson Lotus Lightning Arc. Only I can see the hidden evolutionary path. I furrowed my brow at this. Then I saw a set of data and information. Analysis of the chaotic and repressed state of the divine beast, with symptoms of post-war trauma. Treatment methods for post-war trauma syndrome. Suddenly, the 3-Tail Thunder Arc released a surge of electricity, toppling a nearby canter, and it overturned a nearby canter and let out a deafening roar. The entire shop's electrical system went into a paralysis, with all light bulbs bursting. All light bulbs exploded. Other customers panicked and fled in all directions. Frantically, Lo Sanniang shouted, "Oh my goodness, Miss Jean, have your divine beast calmed down? I still need to do business here." The owner of the 3-Tail Thunder Fox, who was also the beautiful woman in front of me, that is the beauty in front of me, was named Qin Yangran. She was the daughter of Qin Longyu, the president of the Azure Sky Guild. Looking across the entire Dragon Hidden City, there are over a dozen divine beast guilds. In terms of comprehensive strength, the Azure Sky Guild ranks 2nd. In terms of overall strength, the Azure Sky Guild ranks 2nd, just behind the Hurricane Guild. I glanced at Qin Yanran's chest, where 5-star badges were pinned. This is the symbol of a 5-star beast tamer. Sanniang, did you see that too? My Lulu is sick. The last time I saw the beast doctor, said she had manic depressive disorder. As long as I give her cold ice grass, she'll calm down. Sanniang, do you have cold ice grass? I'll help you look. How many do you need? We have as many as you need. This is how rich people do things. 1 cold ice grass costs 25,000. Sanniang took out a total of 20. That's 500,000. For me, that's a huge amount of money. But in the Azure Sky Guild where Qin Yangran is, they casually accept orders for vermilion pills and bounties for all magical beasts, earning millions in commissions. This sister, your beast doesn't have manic depressive disorder, and treating it with cold ice grass is a temporary fix. Qin Yangran then noticed the handsome young man next to her. "Hi, I'm Xiao Sinyu, a freshman at the Blue Dragon Academy." Sanniang was stunned, then suddenly realized, "I thought you looked familiar. You are the biggest dark horse in this year's national exam. Your initial score is only 2 points lower than Yi Xuangning's." I scratched my head, feeling a bit shy. Qin Yangran asked, "You're saying that my Lulu doesn't have bipolar disorder. Are you a beast doctor?" I shook my head. "I'm not a beast doctor, but I know a bit about veterinary medicine. From the appearance of this 3-tailed thunder fox, it has many new scars, indicating frequent battles with monsters recently." Qin Yangran nodded in agreement. "We've been getting a lot of bounty missions lately. Monsters from Skull Mountain outside the city running rampant. Lulu has been injured in many battles with me recently." "Alright, let's continue." I cleared my throat, continuing the analysis. The 3-tailed thunder fox is sensitive by nature. If it frequently gets injured in battles, the wounds get infected with demonic energy. It will lead to a certain illness. This illness is not bipolar disorder, but post-war trauma syndrome. Qin Yangran and Luo-san looked at each other in confusion. They were puzzled. The current state of the 3-tailed thunder fox being excessively agitated is a manifestation of post-war trauma syndrome. To cure it, using frostgrass would only treat the symptoms but not the root cause. I have a prescription. If you trust me, you can give it a try. I presented myself in front of Qin Yangran, exuding the aura of a legendary doctor.